We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. The perennial Pro Bowler Justin Tucker has it on the tee. And off we go from Tampa. On the return is Sean Tucker. Turn is past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Baker. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now, screen set up for Irving. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
He may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up.
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it to just yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapist, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole won't break, won't miss, rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball hype, pretty face guy like bruh. How do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my shit. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they trying to me. That's the wrong way, the wrong way.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here go play action. It's O'Connell. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. O'Connell working from the pistol. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Off the play action, O'Connell. He's got it! And this is down all the way to the 3. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. Up the middle they go with Madison. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held them out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the gun, O'Connell. He has the touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They bring Mechie in motion. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They bring their tight end left. From the 38. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun now for Stroud. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. As he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. From the gun, Stroud. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Madison, running left. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. He gets this one to Myers. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They give it to Madison. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Raiders pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Here's Madison. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
O'Connell now. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day.
Still no pressure. And God, I breathe. 'Cause I speak just what they need. I tell no lies. I'm still up top and still can't drop what they not.
So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Stroud now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devon Diablo. And the Raiders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Throwing now on 1st down, O'Connell. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And it sets up 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. O'Connell. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. O'Connell now against a blitz. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Another throw for O'Connell. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown! 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
And finally gets one to go after a couple of misses already in this one.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Dameon Pierce now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Robert Spillane has it. And the Raiders take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing is O'Connell. Intercept. The Texans come up big with an end zone interception and a nice return, too, out to their own 20.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
First down, Stroud. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Finding Collins. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Nico Collins with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Madison again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. O'Connell looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Brings it in at the 12. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out! And the fumble recovery is made.
Well, I'm pretty sure this Kate special teams coach going to have a long talk with him after that one. You can get as creative as you want, but you can't give away the ball. You can't lose yardage, and you start turning the ball over like that, you're not going to be returning punts much longer.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. It's O'Connell. Caught near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
From the gun, a run for Madison. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Gets them a couple there in a very good spot now with 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw, here's O'Connell. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third and goal, O'Connell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders go up by 19.
26, Texans 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he...
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. He finds Woods. And they're going to haul him down.
Just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Finds Woods. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And they'll bring him down after an all-right game. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Mixon. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. And he pulled it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. A point after left on the table. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
To the ground with Madison. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He finds space into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders push the lead to 20.
33, Texans 13. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. He's racing past midfield. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the Houston touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And he will get across for 2, and that makes it a 12-point game.
That makes the score Raiders 33, Texans 21.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.